know, man. It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video, whether religiously or in passing. You already know, man. I got my boy with me, man. Hype Fan Jers, man. The other half of the Hype Fan Eagle podcast. You already know, man. Listen, if you haven't yet, please hit that notification bell. Please like, subscribe, and subscribe to the YouTube channel right there at Hype Fan Eagle 1. You can hit my boy Twitter page up right here at young_Jers973. You already know, man. Today, we will be getting into a little bit of updates, news, and we will be talking about, of course, the up-and-coming game versus the Dallas Cowboys. But first, before we start off, I got something, you know what I mean? I got something that I want to say, man. Make sure y'all tune in. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all cop some merch. You know what I mean? Visit hypewave91.com. You can get some merch, some cool merch, man. Tap in. Man, I got all type of stuff, man. All type of stuff. Make sure you
don't hesitate.
Hypewave91.com, man. Hypewave91.com. Beanies, hats, hoodies, cool hoodies, caps, baseball caps, whatever, man. Got some good stuff, man. First and foremost, how was everything, my brother?
Everything's Gucci. Everything's good. Just living it day by day, doing what you gotta do.
Day by day, man. Listen, man. I had a long day of work. You know what I'm saying? But we all have, you know what I mean? We all be having long days of work, man. Like every day I be waking up, man. I be like, damn, yo. Like you, like you ever just woke up and like, damn, yo, I just want to quit. Like you just
so many times. Yeah, so many times it be like that. I always say that, man. You know when you tired when you wake up and you start reiterating your whole life. Like, yo, do I really need this job? Like, can I just get I wait till my last check, flip that, survive off of that until I find.
Yeah. Word up. Or you like, yo, you know what? You wake up, you be like, yo, 10 more minutes, and that 10 minutes turn to 15 minutes.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
You trying to hurry up, get ready, you running late and shit like that, because you just trying to avoid going to work. But you gotta face it though. You gotta get your ass up and go to work, man.
Yeah, you got to.
You got to. All right, man. So I got a clip right here of Jalen Hurts, man. Listen, man, they keep asking my mans the same questions in these interviews, and like you can see him. Okay, from the first time he entered the league all the way to now, him giving game to it started to like digress a little bit. Like, you know, season 1, everybody was like, oh, yo, he got mad quotables. You know what I'm saying? He got mad quotables. Season number 2, he was he was the quarterback that you wanted to hear from, you know, from the media. Now when you look at him, it's just like he just answering simple, you know, you know, the main thing is the main thing, you know, and
he do,
you know what I mean, like he tired of it already, man. And here go one of the clips where they keep asking him about that knee, and he just had to get up and walk away. Here we go, right here.
Feel better, feel worse, different, anything. Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks. It's worth a shot.
Let me play.
Feel better, feel worse, different, anything. Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks. It's worth a shot.
He basically asked him about me, and he just got up, shook his head, and left. He was like, and the reporter was like, "Hey, man, it was worth the shot. What is really worth the shot? Like, why did you ask him about his knee? Obviously, he's not on an injury report. Obviously, something is going wrong with him. But playing through the pain. Why continue to ask this man about his knee?"
Yeah, because they a lot of times the reporter be trying to reach for something that they want, so they could report to do just based for them. It's like a thing, as a lot of the time the reporters be wanting something good to speak about, to give themselves, make their views, and make what they gonna post with and that. So they feel like, oh, this knee situation is something big and something whatever. When really it's not really that much of a big. If you see him progressing and you didn't see them do. Basically, correct me if I'm wrong. When Patrick Mahomes was injured through the whistling, do you hear them question him every game about what
he gonna do? To my recollect, not to my recollect.
Like, so I don't understand it, but I know they looking for and they reaching for something that shouldn't be there, but they trying to make something there. And he's like, yo, I'm good. And like, ain't nothing
Yeah.
there. Like, yeah, like even if you see me, because I ain't gonna lie, you do see him limping a while on the field. Like in the last game, he kind of was
Mm-hmm.
limping a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
like he's it could be something small to him that he know he's good. If he out there producing, then what you didn't do that to Patrick Mahomes when he was limping. All you was praying, oh, he's winning
Your,
games.
your service going out. Your service going in now. I forgot to put the backdrop. There we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you like y'all was praising that Patrick Mahomes winning games like that. That's all y'all heard was praise of him winning games. You ain't no wasn't questions, but all of some
Yeah.
I don't know that I just think they reaching for something. That's what it
All right,
is.
now let me ask you this, right? If you was a reporter, how would you ask these questions? Like would your questions be simple to the you know what I mean? Just get in and out, or would you just like prime example, right? If you was a reporter and your job was to ask the tough questions, would you then ask the tough questions, or would you just try to simplify it and be like, you know what, okay, cool. I'm not going to keep asking him the same questions that everybody else is asking him. I'm gonna try to get, hey, how was your game? Did you feel like you was in pressurized moments when you had to scramble? Like, would you start crafting your questions like that, or would you be the aggravating reporter, or just keep nagging players
Nah, I
and stuff like
mean,
that?
I mean,
Because sometimes
I
they gotta
understand
do
some.
that just to
Yeah,
get like some type of reaction. It's all clickbait and stuff like that.
that's all and that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I said. That it's reaching for something that for their self. They
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
find
yeah,
something that for to make just like you said. That was a good analogy of the clickbaiting. So
yeah.
people clickbait to get views, to get something that to make themselves look right. And I feel like they trying to reach for some more than what he's. Don't get me wrong. These questions the first couple, he answered it simple and straightforward. That's not enough for them. They
Yeah.
want him to dilly daddle and prolong it in with a whole essay of what he's going on with his knee, and he's like, "Nah, I'm good, I'm straight." But
Yeah.
they want more. Like if that's what all you could take, then that's all you take. If you say I'm good, I'm straight, that's what you
Hmm.
report. Jalen Hurts say he's good, he's straight, his knees straight, he's all right. What's more do you want him to say? You can't force him to say something that he's not looking for. If you see that, yo, I'm good, and he's saying I'm good, you move
Hmm.
on. It's other questions, it's other things you could talk about. Like it's a lot of things you could talk about going to their shoe. You could talk about how we doing. I know he's not dealing with the defense, but you could say, yeah, how you feel about where the defense is at right now. Like
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah.
stuff is more to talk about than a one subject. If he already answered before, there's no reason to keep going.
There's no reason to keep going. You know what I mean? In other news today, right? Shout out to Fletcher Cox. You know what I'm saying? Fletcher Cox actually got 500 career tackles. You know what I mean? One of the Eagles' long tenure players. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fletcher
Yeah,
Cox. This right here is a milestone for him. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if he don't be in the NFL Hall of Fame, he will be in the Eagles Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? He will
yeah,
get celebrated at the end. Like this season, Chad Ochocinco, he got celebrated in the Cincinnati ring of honor or something like that. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
he'll be in
yeah,
the, if he don't make the Hall of Fame, which he should, but if he's not a Hall of Fame contender at the end of his career, then he should be in the Philadelphia Eagles
uh,
ring of honor or
for
something
sure,
like
for
that.
sure,
So
for sure.
shout out to Fletcher Cox, man. And other news, man, Jalen Hurts is the player of the week, man. As you can see down at the bottom, it say rent is due, and he always pays his rent, man. Player of the week, man. 4 touchdowns, man. Amazing job, amazing job. Led with a comeback, him and AJ Brown, man. But it starts from the
Yeah,
quarterback. If you don't have that type of quarterback that can actually suppress the pressure and actually start coming back, you know what I mean? If you don't have that type of caliber quarterback, then you won't win a lot of ball games. And we see it during this
yeah,
season with other quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Other quarterbacks blew leads. Other quarterbacks can't come back. You know what I'm saying? So that's good that And I think AJ Brown had Player of the Week last week or something like that, right?
AJ Brown. Yeah, yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Last
yeah,
week,
yep,
yep.
yep, yep. So shout out to AJ Brown right now. He's second in the league with the most second who's first? Tyreek Hill, right? He got like 1,000
Yeah,
something
Tyreek.
yards.
Yeah,
AJ
yeah,
Brown got like 936 receiving yards. He's second in the league right now. DeAndre Swift is top 5 running back. As far as yardage right now. So you know what I mean. We got a couple of players in there right now. You know what I mean. So shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get to the injury report. The injury report right now. Grant Calcaterra with a concussion. He did not practice. Bradley Roby with a shoulder. He did not practice. Boston Scott, personal issues. He did not practice. In other news, Jordan Davis, hamstring, limited practice. Cam Jurgens, foot, limited practice. Sua Opeta, hip, limited practice. Jack Stahl, ankle, limited practice. Milton Williams, shoulder, limited practice. And Jalen Carter, back, full practice. That's good to hear from Jalen Carter because, you know, it was speculations and everything. He had to go get an MRI. His back was
yeah,
hurting. He got injured last game or whatever like that. So him to be at full practice because to be honest, we're going to need him during it. Like we pretty much need everybody, and it's good because
yeah,
Cam Jurgens was injured too. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that
yeah.
we could possibly put him on the field, we kind of need everybody. How do you feel about going into this Dallas Cowboys game with the roster that we got? Are you prepared? You know what I'm saying? Are you how can I say it?
Basically,
Are you ready to go with the roster that we got now? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I feel like with the roster we got now, I feel like we can still pull off a win. I think it's just gonna be one of those tough games. I really honestly think it's gonna be an offense game. Because I don't see the Cowboys defense stopping us, but I'm not sure either if our defense is going to hold up dealing with the Cowboys offense, CD Lamb, and then if Dak had one of those another one of those games that he in the clutch, it
Yeah,
could potentially cause a threat to our defense back end. Now it depends on what type of game Sean Desai is gonna call, what type of how he going what the physicality he's gonna play, type of gameplay he gonna
hmm
do. I think we definitely gonna have to challenge these receivers up front. Don't let them get off on a quick start. Like I said before, put that knock Dak Prescott time of possession as he's not on the field as much. Then also stop him his first read. He's gonna be looking for CD Lamb, and stop his first read. Make him have to make multiple choices when he's in that pocket.
yeah,
He could run out of the pockets too. I don't know. He's not so much of a runner like Jalen Hurts, but he could run out of the
yeah,
pocket
yeah.
very
He
well.
could, yes, yes.
So
Mhm.
we're gonna have to be our defensive linemen gonna have to help our back end and actually get some pass rushing off on this game. You're gonna have to put pressure on him to keep him contained in that pocket, not be able to move around so much. If we could do that, then I
Mhm.
feel like dealing with our defensive line, we still have a nice rotation. We could do that on the defensive side. If we do that, then we should have a comfortable win over this Dallas Cowboys. But it's
Yeah.
gonna be. I feel like it's still gonna be an offensive game though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like we're going to step up to the competition, especially defensively. For some reason, when we did okay against the Jets, we stepped it up versus Miami defensively, and we shut down pretty much the number
Yeah,
one offense in the league. I feel like that's going to be the same thing with us defensively. But my question is, how is James Bradbury's going to look for real? You know what I'm saying? Like that's my question as far as like the secondary. If we could honestly, if we could bring pressure with our front, with our defensive lineman, let's make Dak Prescott pass the ball. Let's make him
yeah,
throw the ball, and that way we can take away the first read. So that way he can, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah,
let's get him so confused, and let's bring pressure. Let's take away that first read so he could try to make other decisions, and that way we could disrupt whatever he got going on. So I do feel good with the roster that we got right now so far, but
yeah,
it'll help if we do get Cam Jurgens back on a line because I'm not worried about the offense at all. Period.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's how I
It's
feel.
more
Yeah.
it's more so the defense is more so our secondary, and hopefully our defensive lineman can bring pressure to Dak Prescott.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Sean Desai should call a game as it could. I don't think this is gonna be a well man to man game. I look like it should be. He should have the corners play up on these receivers. be up in their face. No, I think this got to be a physical
A physical
game.
game. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Be up
yeah.
on their face, and a good enough press zone coverage, like zone but
Mhm.
press, like because he need time to actually find the holes. If he press up and we stopping the time and these receivers getting off of the line of scrimmage quick enough, if we stop that, he have to find those holes, and he's not gonna find those. I feel like he's not gonna find those holes as quick for CD Lamb and everything.
Yeah,
It will give our defensive linemen, our pass rusher, time to get there and put that pressure on it to interrupt some of the passes. I feel like that's the best way. If he played man to man, I feel like we gonna get beat. Like, cause
yeah,
like between CD Lamb and Cooks and
yeah.
the
If we play
like
man to man, Dak gonna carve us up like he do all the time, bro. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
it's that simple, bro. Our record versus the Cowboys is 3-8. We only beat them 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And Dak
yeah,
Prescott beat us 8 times. So my thing is with Brian Johnson, I don't want him to be pass heavy. Like yo, if they are weak if they are weak with their run defense, we have to switch it up. We have to have a
yeah,
balanced
yeah.
offense. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be forcing the ball. Like, yo, if it's not there, then it's not there. Don't
Not
force
bad.
don't force the ball to AJ Brown or whatever. Like, yo, let's have a balanced offense. Let's run pass, run pass. If we can't run the ball and if we have to result to the pass, then we can do that too because we are an amazing passing team. But if the
Yeah,
passing
yeah,
don't work, and if we
yeah,
can run the ball, then let's run the ball. Do not
yeah,
force anything. You know what I mean? And on top of that, every time we get in that red zone, we have to cash in. That's been our number one problem. So I mean,
yeah,
as of lately, I guess the last 2 games we've been doing a little bit better. But right now we're playing a high caliber team. So
yeah,
every time
yeah,
we get in that red zone, we have to cash in, man. No mistakes in the red zone, no fumbles, no blips, no nothing. We
yeah,
need to cash in every single time because they got that type of quality and caliber of team to actually capitalize off our mistakes. They take away the ball very well defensively, and they know
yeah,
how to, you know what I mean? So their defense is the pride of their team. Our
yeah.
offense is the pride of our team. And it's basically going to be their defense versus our offense. You
That's
know what I'm
offense.
saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
how it's going to be. So
yeah.
I'm looking
The
forward to
pick
that, man.
the just to say this last thing, the pick back what you said.
Yeah,
Um, with the run game, that's very well that they have to utilize it because you already know how badly they've been dealing with playing against run teams, like teams that run the ball on them. They not doing very well. They not the
yeah,
last place with that, but they not all that well with it either.
yeah,
So definitely we have to keep the run game in play. But even if they stop in our run game, don't
mhm.
go away with it. Like, stay consistent with the run game because we got to
Yeah,
keep them honest. You still got to
yeah,
keep them honest. What I took from the Dolphins game that made us gave us a little bit more in our offense with them is nobody on the Dolphins game, nobody was getting the run off. Like we were stopping their run, they were stopping our run. We
yeah,
wasn't getting really run. The runs was getting stopped. But I felt like we kept consistent with it. Even though y'all stopping it, we're not getting a positive thing off of it. We're not getting what we want off of it. We still stuck with it. And why? Because you have to. You have to keep it honest. It opened up the passing game. It was a passing game only because we still consistent with the run and we
mhm.
didn't go away from it. They kind of went away from that and that's what made us be able to get some more key stops on the defense side. But I just take away though, even if they stop in our running game, please
Yeah.
don't go away from it. Don't make us one dimensional, even though we won games one dimensional before. But dealing with a team like this, we can't get one dimensional. So stick with the run.
That's a fact. That's a fact. In other news, man, we signed wide receiver Julio Jones to the active roster or whatever. Opened up a 21-day practice period window. Cam Jurgens is signed tight end. I don't know if this old or new. This got to be old. So if y'all seeing this, my bad.
Yeah, I don't even
This is.
know, but
Let me see. We signed Julio Jones to the active roster. Opened up the 21-day practice window
no,
for
I think
Cam
that's
Jurgens.
I
That's
think
new,
that's
right?
yeah, I think that though
That's new.
he wasn't it was a different when he was on our they was just utilizing to see what they was gonna do with him.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah,
think they
yeah, yeah.
finally signed him afterward. Okay, he's actually gonna be on the squad on starting and in the
Yeah,
rotation.
it's
So
tight end EJ Jenkins to the practice squad. Okay, okay. Yeah, because I was looking like, hold up. We just signed Julio Jones. Why is it saying that again? Like when I'm
Yeah,
just reading. But honestly, um with that wide receiver number 3 spot between OZ and Julio Jones, honestly, if we can figure out how to really use Julio Jones, a big body wide receiver for he's also
yeah.
a physical wide receiver. If we can just get him some targets in that end zone or targets on the field, just period, that'd be good for us too.
I kind of think you could utilize him more when we get into the red zone.
The
I
red
think he
zone, yeah,
plays real
yeah.
well in the red zone. He go up for the ball. He's very, somewhat aggressive, just like AJ Brown. I would say AJ Brown a little bit more, just because he's I don't know the age that he playing like he's more younger and stronger. So yeah, I would say when we get closer to the red zone, we could
Yeah.
utilize him a lot more. Lamade is the kids. I feel like he's more of a clutch receiver that open up plays for
That
Devontae
open up.
Smith
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah,
AJ Brown, just because
yeah,
he's kind of quick and he's got a good enough inside route running, playing the slot
yeah.
and whatever. So I feel like when we trying to march down the field, you can utilize OZ. But when we start getting close to the red zone, we start like
Mm,
rotating with Julio Jones. So that's
that's a
my take
fact.
on it.
Now, let me ask you this though. Off the Eagles real quick. Chase Young has been traded to the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? So how do you
Yeah,
feel about that? You know what I mean? 49ers got a very good defensive front, and they just added Chase Young to the mix. So now Chase Young's not even on the Commanders no more. We swept the Commanders. He got a whole new record now. You know what I mean? He
yeah,
is he is
yeah.
what's their record? 5-3 now? They are five
No,
and
no,
three.
no. 3 or 5, you mean?
The 49ers? No, the
Oh, the
49ers.
49ers. I
Yeah,
thought you
yeah,
said
yeah.
Commanders.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He
five.
got
Yeah, I
traded.
believe
So
five
yeah,
and
he got
three.
a
Yeah,
whole new record. He's on a winning team now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
How do you feel about that trade, and will it affect us when we play the 49ers?
Uh, nah. I mean, it definitely helping out the 49ers. Don't get me wrong, but I just think because of the type of O line that we got, offensive lineman that we have,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think it's still enough. With a lot of teams, it's still not enough because even dealing with we played against what team is that was I think when we played against the Patriots, like the Patriots was getting in there a little bit in the first beginning, but I think that game we was like we was warming up. So I'm not gonna
That
really
was our
use the
first game. Yeah, that was our first
first
game.
game everything. But yeah, our O line overall, our O line been doing very good, and I have
Yeah.
faith that they will hold up. They give Hurts enough to extend the play and being the playmaker he is. So it will help them, but I don't think
Mhm.
it's going to affect us as much
Yeah.
if we play them.
Yeah, I think that trade right there is good for Chase Young because now he's out of an organization that's pretty much trying to get rid of whoever, you know what I mean. They probably gonna get rid of their head coach Ron Rivera. You know what I mean. They're trying to move on from Josh Sweat. I mean not Josh Sweat. What's I think that's he related to Sweat. One of them Sweats or whatever. Over there at the Commanders or whatever like that. So I think that's good for Chase Young or whatever. He got a fresh new start. But I don't think that it would give us problems, like you said. We got one of the best offensive lines in the league, and what
Yeah,
we know how to do it real well is pretty much neutralize the defensive lineman for it because we got everybody come from Stoughton University. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah,
I don't think that's going to affect us in the long run. You know what I mean? I can't wait to play them. Honestly, after
yeah,
the bye week, I can't wait to play. Everybody who they said that we was going to have a tough matchup with after the bye week, I can't wait to play them. I can't wait.
yeah,
I can't wait to play Kansas
yeah,
City.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't wait to play Buffalo. I can't wait to who I do think might give us problems is Seattle at the end. I think Seattle going to give us problems.
You think Geno Smith is going
Geno Smith
give
could
it?
really rock. Like I feel like Geno
Yeah,
Smith
yeah,
could rock. I mean, over the past couple of weeks, he has thrown a lot of interceptions. But when Geno is cooking, like Geno could throw the ball, and like when he's
yeah,
cooking, he's cooking. And on top of that, they do got good wide receivers. They got two good cornerback tandems. They got arguably one of the, if not number one, number two cornerback in the league right now. He's a rookie cornerback over there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
They also got another cornerback, Woodland, who's tall, who's nasty, who's grimy. They got a good defense. You know what I'm saying? And they just got I think his name Leonard Williams from the Giants, the defensive lineman from the Giants. So
Yeah.
I think that matchup right there. I think out of all the teams for real, in our upcoming schedule, I think I'm not worried about Buffalo as much. I think honestly, I think matter of fact, let me rephrase that. I think it's Buffalo and I think it's the Seahawks that'll give us problems.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you
I
on
don't I
that. I
don't I
kind
don't
of
see the 49ers giving us problems for real.
nah. I don't really see the 49ers no more. I've been there, really see them because I just know the not nothing going against the 49ers. I just think overall they still like Brock Purdy still. I didn't see enough him facing adversity, so that's
Yeah,
why I was
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say that, but only the team that I would get, I don't know if you're gonna agree, and I would say
Kansas
that
City.
I'm looking forward to, and I think that was gonna be a little rough game. It's still Kansas City. The only
Yeah,
reason why I say that is first, I'm looking forward to because we got a great rematch and we got to beat them because that's all they keep holding. Oh, y'all lost the Super Bowl, so we got to
hmm
redeem and actually beat them. And I just feel like that's all I wanted like to close that. But I also feel like it's because we have Brian Johnson, then we have Sean Desai, two defensive coordinator and an offensive coordinator. They
yeah.
they they Desai is a little bit he did well, but that last game he was like maybe now back to a little like what's going on. So
Back to a little
now he
shaky. Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
he
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
redeem himself.
yeah,
Brian Johnson is doing he's stepping up, but a lot of people feeling like Nick Sirianni is taking over and he's making the offensive plays now. So I hear a
yeah.
little rumors about that.
I
But
heard rumors about that also. Yeah,
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 yeah. So
yeah,
I'm not really sure, but we just say the offensive side is picking up and doing well, but I don't think they at where we need to be.
yeah.
And but mainly on the defensive side, that's what how I feel. And versus Andy Reid and his coaching on the offensive side, knowing how he will coach playing against us and
hmm
understanding the weaknesses that we having on our side, I feel like it's gonna be that could be a tendency that we might end up losing that game is because of the coaching. Like you saw
Yeah.
how he coached us in the Super Bowl, and Gannon couldn't handle it, and it was just like, yo, like what's going on? Like I feel
hmm
like that could tendency fall into the next time we play them versus dealing with Sean Desai. He haven't proven to me that he can handle a Hall of Fame coach
Yeah. And
um
we played them off the
coaching.
bye week, right? Like after the bye
Yeah,
week.
and it's off right off the bye week. So
Yes,
I
yes,
just feel
yes.
like that game is somewhat of a track game to it, and I just feel like that's the game that I'm kind of looking for, but also worrying the most of any other game.
You think that's a
Um,
trap game? I don't think that's a trap game. I don't think
yeah,
so.
I no, just because of what I'm saying, like coming off of that bye week, everybody might feel, oh, well, we did, but I'm telling you, coming off of the bye week and dealing with Sean Desai and him have to game plan against Andy Reid game plan, it
Yeah.
like. It's one of those. It's one of the reasons why I call it that because it's one of those type of games to me that I can't just be like, oh, yo, we gonna beat. But you'll see a lot of that go on. That you're
Yeah.
like, yo, no, we got this. We got Kim. I'm like, yo, it's one of those. Yo, I'm hoping. I having
I,
faith, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
mostly hoping that
Yo,
Sean
honestly,
decides to come with a game
I
plan.
think it's going to be like I said. I'm not going to say that we're going to blow them out, but I think that game right there is going to be way more easier than what people think.
Yeah, I mean, it's all up to the Sean
It's all up
Desai
to Joe
coaching.
Desai,
It's
right?
up to how you gonna coach on the defense
Yeah,
side. It's up to that. Like we know how our offense could start clicking. You know what we are doing now, but yo, how weak how defense is worse than last year. And Sean Desai he's not consistent.
he's not
So
consistent. Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's up to what he gonna do. We got to get that pressure on Mahomes. Like, but that's how I
that's a
looked at
fact.
it. Other than
That's a
that.
fact.
Other than that, I might see what you're talking about with the Seahawks, but I don't know. It's between the Seahawks and the Bills, like because the Bills,
Yeah,
the type of offense and the defense they have, they
yeah, yeah,
complement each other. So I don't
yeah.
know.
That's true. That's true. So with that being said, the trade deadline was yesterday,
Yeah,
Tuesday. Um, there was speculation before the trade deadline that Howie Roseman would go and be aggressive and make another move because there was reports saying that Howie wasn't done. After we got Buyer, there was
yeah,
reports saying that he's not done. He's still making phone calls, yada yada yada. With that being said, we didn't make no moves. Do you feel like we should have made at least one more move, or do you feel like we're good where we're at right now?
It would have been good. We made another move on the defense side. I just understand sometimes it doesn't work as what you wanted to be. Like dealing with these GMs and everything, like maybe he was looking forward to make a move, but it who we got to give up. Maybe it was a trade, maybe a
Mm-hmm.
round pick trade. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
whoever move he was trying to make, we couldn't like nah, I can't give that up. Or sometimes these things happens. You be
Yeah,
looking trying to make moves, but we can't. Hey, listen, you can't keep stealing from the Tennessee. We can't keep taking their
that's a
mans like
fact.
they
That's a
players.
fact.
So now, like if we was gonna look for somebody, I guarantee you would have had to go for another team, or who we would have picked for on the defense side, like
Yeah.
so and who they would have asked for, what type of round picks that we got to give up to
Mm-hmm.
give up. So it all that comes in play. So he probably was looking for, but we just couldn't we couldn't do nothing with it. But
Yeah.
I feel like even with that, we should still be good. It's just all about coaching, like.
Yeah, yeah. And I was trying to go through the roster, whatever. I'm like, okay, we don't need no cornerback for real. We don't need no safeties for real no more. I mean, we pretty much we got a ton of safeties if you think about it. You know what I mean? We got a
Yeah,
ton of cornerbacks, we got a ton of DBs. And then I'm going through the linebackers. Our linebacker rotation is pretty good. I'm not saying it's the greatest, but it's pretty good though. And then I was going through our defensive line. I'm like, we pretty much stacked at the defensive line. So where could we really use the extra help for real? You know what I mean?
um I would say I get it. We have enough of people, but we between the safety and the linebacker, I think we even though we might got a rotation, but we it's some people that could be dropped for somebody better. Like
I mean,
that's how I feel.
yeah.
It's some people that could be traded for somebody better
I mean, just
because
think about this. We had Sidney Brown at the slot corner last week. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Did a
yeah,
phenomenal job. You know what I mean? We had Eli Ricks, who's a rookie. To me, he's. I'm not saying he's doing a phenomenal job, but he's doing a well enough good job.
yeah,
So
yeah,
who could we really get? I mean, the safeties. We got Reed Blankenship. Reed Blankenship is doing a very good job, and now we just got Kevin Byard, who is doing. I can't say he's doing a good job. He's still getting acclimated to the system, but he's a star safety.
yeah,
So who could we really? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
who
But
could you move?
yeah, but I get that, but it's also about rotation too. Like I always speak on that, and I feel like it's all about rotation because I'm gonna be real. We kind of a little injury prone on the defensive side.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah, 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 yeah.
people just keep going out left and right. Yeah, they come back in the game, but they be out for like 2 games, 2 to 3 games, and now we need somebody to step in, and the people that stepping in is struggling. Like
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
like when Sidney Brown like went out, like we kind of struggled dealing with on the safety end. Reed Blankenship couldn't do it by himself. Then when
Mm-hmm.
he went out, then it was even a more another worse situation. Like so I feel like we need the rotation to stay. When the safety when our safeties go out, somebody else that's good enough could step in and keep
Yeah.
the momentum going, and especially with
Mm-hmm.
the linebacker position. I feel the same way with that. It's just about the rotation because these starters on the defense sometimes is going out. Shoot, Slay went out one time. Like like so
Slay went
it's
out,
like
and then
yo,
we had Justin Evans. He still ain't come back. We was good at the safety position.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
somewhat good
yeah,
at the safety position with Justin Evans, but he went out. That's why we had to go get a Kevin Byard and stuff.
yeah. That's what I
Remember,
said.
remember,
Yeah, yeah.
remember, we just got Roby. He only played 2 games and he got injured.
Yeah, like yo, even the newbies that stepping up is going out like that,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
so it's all. I feel like it's all, but I would say because of we pick up Kevin Byron, I would say more a little bit more to the linebacker position.
Hmm.
Because he don't get me wrong, he plays safety, right?
He played safety. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay, okay. So I would say I would lean more to a linebacker that I would have hoped that we'd have went out and got, but it's too late now. So only thing we don't got no money cap for nobody to do that. So
It is what
we
it
just
is,
gonna make
man.
do what we got, and
Yeah,
Sean Desai gonna have to just call a good defensive game. Like that's
yeah,
just what it
yeah.
is.
That's true. Before we get out of here, man, do you have any score predictions. Or do you want to wait until like Saturday, like whenever you want to? You want to give it
Yeah,
now?
I
Or you want to
usually
wait?
wait until the like closer to the game, just to like, you know. So we after the game we'll be
Yeah,
able, so the next following day we'll know what the score was, and actually, you
yeah.
know. So I
Yeah, I'm
usually
gonna do
wait.
the same. I'm gonna wait till Saturday, because I do want to finish watching a little bit of film. I want to see, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
I want to give a game plan that we should do on both sides of the ball,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so I'm gonna watch a little bit of film on us, and then I'm watching a little bit of film on them, and then Saturday I come with my, predictions, game plans that we should run, everything like that. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Hype Fan Eagle. Thank y'all for tuning in to Hype Fan Jers, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you will be notified when we go on live. And the YouTube channel is right there, Hype Fan Eagle 1. His Twitter page is about to come up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow him on Twitter. You can follow me at Hype Eagle 1. We about to get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And yeah, you already know, man. Gang, 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 gang.